Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we'll be hanging out in a nuke zone. The goal is to survive without using power armor, a hazmat suit, Chinese stealth armor, or any sort of consumables. It will take a teammate, so I brought one along. You can see right behind me, there's my teammate. And I'm going to be trying various perk card combinations just to figure out what will work. Now, just for a point of reference, I do have what rads equipped. And I will be taking it off, but this is what it looks like if I have just what rads. I have Secret Service armor. I can survive somewhere around 2.5 minutes in a nuke zone. You can see here's the nuke zone. Looks like someone's in there fighting Earl. All right, so first I'm going to try this without what rads, so I'm unequipping that. Now the first perk I'm going to try is Rad Sponge. Now, the way this works is when you're affected by radiation, you heal radiation on teammates. Now, I've always thought of this perk as a way to troll your friends, but what I wondered is if maybe I have it equipped and my teammate has it equipped, if we're standing near each other in a rad zone, if it'll just constantly remove our rads. So that's the first thing we're going to test. Okay, so I'm in the nuke zone, my teammate's in the nuke zone. You can see our health bars down there. Now, one perk I don't have is Ghoulish, so radiation will not heal me. So what'll happen is, and the other character does, that other character has got Ghoulish because I want it to stay at full health or as much as possible. So what should happen is periodically my rads should heal, but my health won't heal. Although I do have regenerating armor, but it's super slow, so I don't think it's gonna keep up with the rads. At least one piece of armor is regenerating, rather. But what this looks like to me, since I don't have what rads equipped, is slowly, I mean, yes, I'll heal rads here and there, but because I don't have what rads, eventually what'll happen is my health bar will be completely consumed. Eventually. It might take a while, though. See, what I was wondering is if you played low health, if this would be a viable option to be able to do this with low health. And it looks like not without consumables. It looks like you would need some sort of extra something, because you could see the rad bar is slowly getting bigger. It'll take a while, but eventually you can see, eventually the character would probably just die. And if I wasn't wearing the that piece of regenerating armor, then my health bar would actually be lower than where it is. But if I take that off, then a lot of rad protection goes. Then I'd be dead even quicker. But you can see, so my teammate has Ghoulish, and so you can actually see Ghoulish and max rank what rads. So you can see, if I was able to stay alive, obviously once I die, then the rad healing goes away for them. But if I was able to stay alive, it looks like they could probably stay alive indefinitely. Okay, so I'm back in the nuke zone, and I have re-equipped what rads, and I've also equipped Ghoulish, so basically my health should stay right up against the radiation bar. And you can see my health and the other health bar. And so it looks like periodically, it's pretty frequent. It's not a constant removal of rads. It's just I haven't actually timed it, but it seems like it's frequent enough. You never see too many rads. Now, that other character is wearing Thorn armor, so it doesn't have quite the rad protection that I have with Secret Service. But with max rank what rads, that's basically doing most of the heavy lifting. But it looks like if we are close to each other, and that's another thing I want to test is the effective distance. But if we're close to each other, we could just stand in here forever, and we'd never die from the rads. All right, so I want to see, you have to be fairly close. I mean, you can get a little bit of a distance away, but, and to be honest, I'm not sure how useful this is, but I thought this would be a fun thing to try. Okay, so we're still close enough. As you can see, okay, so that's still kicking in. Because what'll happen is when I get far enough away, it'll just stop working for both of us, and then the rads will just keep on going. Unfortunately, because it's periodically, it's not a constant effect. Let's see, that looks like, yep, okay, we're still within range. Well, this might be the range right here. So you can see I'm not that far away from the other player, from the other character. I mean, it's me, but I'm not that far away. I mean, we're pretty close, and, I mean, you can see if I detach the camera here, you can actually see we're really close together. And yet, yeah, just this distance is just enough. But then I just step back in range and poof, the rads go away. About the only thing I could see this would be useful for, obviously if you're low health, I don't see this as being terribly useful. Maybe it could help a little bit. You'd still have to manage your rads here and there if you were playing low health and you wanted to stay low health. Definitely you would take off ghoul. You wouldn't even use ghoulish. But it would allow you to wear your regular armor in a rad zone. Say you were with a teammate and you wanted to farm flux in a nuke zone, something like that. I could see, as long as you stayed close together, this could be kind of useful. Maybe if you're fighting a Wendigo, down in the Cranberry Bog, or, a Wendigo Colossus rather, maybe, and you want to wear your regular armor instead of power armor or a stealth suit or a hazmat, maybe. I think for the most part, this is just a little bit of silliness. It was actually just something I was curious about, just to see if it would actually work, that you could just stay alive forever, and it looks like you can. But this was just a silly test I wanted to do. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit one of the buttons down below, and I hope you join me in the next one. Thank you very much.